Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another episode at Life at the Helm. I'm Chris. Today we are going to do a boat maintenance video. We've had a lot of people on the channel ask us about cleaning products. We did a video before in the wintertime getting the boat ready for the boating season. We're going to do a quick video here about what we do when we come back from the water during the season using the Aqua Clean products. Aqua Clean foam will give you a visual of all of their products that we use on our boat. To keep the gel coat in good condition, keep the zebra mussels down and from transferring from lake to lake, keeping the invasive species down, and caring for our Yamaha Outboard that's always in the water as well before we put the boat back into the shop. So let's get into it. First thing we do is pre-soak the boat down. First of all, we use a specialized hose. That's Captain Ron here. It's a soft expandable hose. We use that so it does not scratch the side of the hull. Sometimes you get some hoses like the green ones, like the cheap green ones you get at Walmart, and it'll scratch the side of the hose, or it'll leave that green stuff on the side, and you got to take a magic eraser to get it off. We pre-soak the boat first before we put the Aqua Clean foam on there. Once we do that, we'll show you how we do that. Obviously the trailer, we wash the trailer as well, especially after a long day on the water. You know, you're dipping this thing into different types of water, so the boat cleaning process is very important. Also, we like to do it when it's overcast out and no sun out there, so it doesn't bake the water into the gel coat. So we try to do it at night and not, or in the evening time anyway, so it's not harder to clean. Now we are foaming the boat with Aqua Clean foam and salt wash. It's a very easy process. As you can see, Captain Ron is using this deliberately. We like to do that, make sure we don't leave any contaminants, because when we wipe the boat down in the shop with Aqua Clean wipe down, it makes it easier to take care of, and it brings out a very good luster of the boat as well. As you can see, Captain Ron is getting the rest of the boat done here, wiping it down with a microfiber wand. We also wipe the trailer down as well. That's why the trailer looks so good, as we keep it as clean as possible. Aluminum is really hard to keep a nice finish on it, so we go the extra mile to try to keep the trailer in good working condition and shape, and it provides longevity for the trailer as well. In addition, after he's done wanding this down, he takes the hose, sprays it down. Pretty easy. The Aqua Clean foam is real easy to spray off, spray on, spray off. You don't have to do a lot of scrubbing unless your boat's been in the water for, you know, weeks. That would create a problem where we'd have to do some additional cleaning on it. But pretty simple process, and this is something that we do every single time that we take the boat out. Before we put it back into our shop and its storage location, we wipe it down, we clean it, wash it, let it dry for a minute, and then we take it back in and we push it back into the shop, and it keeps the boat and the finish in a very good condition. You know, just in case someday we want to sell it or trade it, you know, we want to get as much money as we can out of it by protecting our investment. Another thing we like to do is to wash underneath the outboard. So we tilt the outboard up. We like to spray in there, put the Aqua Clean foam and the Aqua Clean salt wash in there. The reason we do that is because when we go to Texoma has a lot of saline and salt in it. It comes from the Ouachita River, actually. So when it's in the water for over the weekend, it leaves a fair amount of chalky feeling to the lower unit of the outboard around the trim and tilt components. So we make sure we get in there and wash all of that and rinse that out, and make sure that those components don't have any corrosion or anything like that. You'd be surprised what happens over a weekend. Another thing we do is we hook our hose up to the static flush in the outboard motor. The reason for that, to put some fresh water through the motor, let it drain, any old lake water that we might have in it. You know, we want to be sure that that water's out, so when if it sits for a week or two before we take it back out, we don't have that old lake water in there, and it starts to smell and all that other stuff and gets moldy in there and can damage your components like your impeller and your internal drive and all that stuff. It's your cooling system for your outboard, so you got to make sure it's flushed. Guys that live in areas where there's a lot of salt water, they have to do this every night, so this is a very important thing to do. We try to do it ever so often, but every time we wash the boat, we try to flush, do a static flush on the Yamaha outboard. Now that we've sprayed the boat off, washed the boat with Aqua Clean foam, now it's time to use an Aqua Clean Lux towel and wipe the boat down to dry it off. As you can see, Captain Ron wiping the boat down. It's very easy to wipe down. Very easy with the Lux towel. It absorbs a lot of water, and it makes the job literally 5 minutes or less to get it done. Now that we've done the outside of the boat, Captain Ron is doing a great job of getting this boat ready for storage. Now we're going to get on the inside of the boat and wash the deck down and show you what we do with that. Now that we're inside of the boat, first things we do is start spraying the deck down. That's the thing that gets the most dirty, the deck. We just take it with water. We use a little bit of deck cleaner. We don't use a lot of products on the floor itself. We use one thing and one thing only, and that's a magic eraser. I will give props to my brother. He's the one that told me to use that, so we've been using that on the back. Another thing, I don't want anybody to think that Captain Ron does this all the time. I actually do this myself as well, so he's just helping with the video today. So one thing that we do, we always scrub the deck down. Like I said, that's the thing that gets the dirtiest the fastest. As you can see, it's really easy. Once that magic eraser is wet, we just wipe the floor down. As I said previously, the floor gets stained, surprisingly. So the magic eraser really takes out the stains in this thing and keeps that floor nice and clean and ready for the next trip out. So we want to be sure that everybody knows that that's a good thing to use on your non-skid floor if you have it. If you have EVA foam flooring, if you have anything like that, you can also use it on that to take stains out. You can also use it on the gunnels. You can also use it on the upholstery as well. So if you have stains or anything on the upholstery and you don't have anything that's close by to take the stain out, you can certainly keep a magic eraser on board like we do and take stains out. That way they're not harder to remove later. Another Aqua Clean product that we use is Aqua Clean Interior. We use this every single time we bring the boat in from the water. One of the reasons is the sun tears up upholstery. It's not so much the water, it's the sun. So we use a very deliberate amount of this. Put it on there, leave it on. It's got a nice smell to it, protects the upholstery. Although we keep our boat inside, we want it to be ready when it's time to go on the water. So we do this before we store it, so when it's time to go in the water, whether we're fishing, whether we're just going out to hang out, or whether we're going to shoot another video, this boat is ready to go. All we got to do is put ice in it and hook it up to the truck, and we're on our way. Another thing we do before we store the boat after we've cleaned it, especially on the inside, is we leave all of the hatches open. So we open each and every hatch. We open the cooler, we open the cooler in the front, and we open the door to the center console and the head area. We also open the door to the hatch for the bilge area to let everything air out. This boat, takes on water all the time, so a lot of times there's water in the bilge area that we want to be sure that we get all of that out and we let the air circulate throughout the boat and the stringer system. That way we don't get a moldy smell. Same with the bait well. We make sure the bait well lid is open. We drain the bait well. We rinse the bait well out with fresh water. Make sure that the boat is aired out before we put it in storage. Whether that storage is for a week or 10 days or 2 days or a month. So it just kind of depends, but we always leave the hatches open. All right, now that we've got the boat washed, dried off, outside, we've pulled the boat into the shop now. So now we're going to use Aqua Clean wipe down to put a nice detailed finish on the boat while it's in storage. So let's get to it. Now that we've wiped the outside of the hull down with Aqua Clean wipe down, we also use Aqua Clean wipe down on the outboard, and the outboard cowling in particular, because the cowling is always directly exposed to the sun. It's always got water on it, and that's what we need to protect the most. In the back, it's usually hot too after we've ran it, so the water spots from the water a lot of times get embedded into the finish. So we try to keep a good wax on there. We try to keep Aqua Clean Protect on there, which is a ceramic spray that we use as well to maintain the appearance of the outboard. And we do this every single time we bring the boat into the shop after we've washed it. We also have a product from a company called Tuff Skinz. They're a sponsor of ours. They make vented custom outboard covers for your outboard. It's a nice touch that we have on our boat. It also protects the cowling from the elements. You can use it while you're on the water. You can use it while they are trailerable. You can use them while you're towing the boat, and you can put custom logos on there if you want. They made one for us, as you see, for our channel, so we thank them for that. So let's get this guy on there. Okay guys, I hope we answered some of your questions that you guys have been posing about what we do as far as maintenance and cleaning the boat after we take it out on the water. That's what we did today. Hope you guys like the videos. Be sure you like and subscribe. Hit our sponsors up for their products as well. And we'll see you guys next time.